Good morning, everybody. Today I want to make a short and effective update on Bitcoin and some other pairs. And yeah, let's start. So we have this potential daily distribution here that nearly hit the technical target. This was the model, not the prettiest, not the cleanest. I did not trade that, but there was some sort of a confirmation in here, but it already grabbed the extremes of the range. As you can see, it grabbed this low here, and now we are waiting to see what could happen next. So here we have a supply block that we could reject from. So yeah, what you can see, and this is what I've said in the last video, that we were leaving the lows and taking the highs. This is supposed to be easy to sweep liquidity. We did not even manage to sweep it all, and we went over in, I would say, distributive price behavior, and now you can see the price is kinda rolling over. And yeah, I would expect if we really are rolling over, that this low won't hold and that we actually will go once lower. The thing is here, this can be the starting point of a higher time frame accumulation. Okay, so what often happens, especially on these high time frame plays, like let's say, for example, everybody remembers this high time frame range, I think. Dang, I'm still used to MacBook. Okay, so here you have your 1, your 2, your 3, your retest, okay? This is just an example, but you can see 1, 2, 3, and we had, and this is, as you can see, the first move down after this move up here, okay? So you can see that we had an accumulation here. The technical target was here. We front ran the technical target and went down. I think it was even some sort of a 2-tap here. And we went over into an accumulation, okay? And we tapped in some inefficiency here, like this, and this is the place where we rejected, okay? Or hold support, I should say. So where we are now, let me clean this up a bit. So we are currently holding some sort of a market maker demand. Why is it a market maker demand? Because it is demand created on a model, okay? And now we have this here. It's not the same, obviously, because this was an uptrend and this is in a downtrend, okay? But you can see that this here, and this is what I discussed in a previous video, I think this here could be this market maker continuation before going over into the proper range, okay? And for some reason, I don't know why, it's only a gut feeling, so don't take it for granted, but I don't even think that this is the starting point of a new range. I don't know why, but I feel like we will head a bit lower and maybe hold some of these lows here as support. I think there's a high chance that we could visit this area here, and then maybe even this little demand here is some sort of a support, or this low, I don't know. But Bitcoin likes to bottom out in awkward places. Okay, just look the previous cycles. This was all easy to sweep liquidity, and Bitcoin did not went to 10k. You can see there's nothing that could hold price up, and honestly, if we take out this low, there's nothing that could hold price up here. Okay, so this is why I think that we could visit this area, and I think if Bitcoin goes below 50k, everybody's calling for lower, and this is where the bottom forms. Yeah, but we don't have to predict, we only have to react. And as for now, this could be a failed Model 1 that took way too long, that now is rolling over into a new range. So the new range will look like this here. For example, it's not confirmed, it's only confirmed when we hit this blue line here, the equilibrium. So yeah, now it is interesting to see if we get something like this here, and this is our macro model. So we had a failed accumulation, it goes over into a higher time frame accumulation that pushes price up, mitigates supply, and creates this high time frame accumulation that actually starts the bull run. Okay, so this is where price is getting interesting, and you already can see it's, yeah, people are getting bored, I would say, because here's like from starting to June we are ranging between $5,000, $6,000. So yeah, this was the update on Bitcoin. If you look at USDT, I think we did not sweep this low here. So it seems like it went for this local accumulation, but yeah, I did not like this with all this liquidity here below. So nothing, I would say it is confirmed, but it's reaching the range high. So what obviously can happen, that we get the move down again and we properly roll over here, and then we go up once more. Okay, this can be a scenario. Obviously, if price is intended to distribute, in this case USDT goes up, Bitcoin goes down, sometimes we leave these liquidity behind and we go up and we don't have that strength, and then we distribute from here. But yeah, this is what we have to look at the moment. As for now, I don't really have a bias on USDT, neither on Bitcoin, because it obviously can always hit the technical target here and then go over into a higher time frame distribution. Okay, so this could be the tab 1 of a distribution that pushes price down once more. Okay, so this is obviously a scenario too, but yeah, I don't have a clean bias on Bitcoin or USDT. Here on ETH, if you remember in the last video, I think I posted it around here. It should be around here at this candle here, I remember, and I said that if we get a local model here, I will short the break, and yeah, seems like the trade will not play out. So basically, what was the idea? We are within a high probability supply. We had a nice topping formation in a nice range. It was a fast move up, a fast move down. We grabbed some liquidity, and now, yeah, we are chopping around here. And basically, what was the idea here behind this trade? So I actually, this was my first target, so I already de-risked my position from an SL trailing perspective, let's say 1.9% to 0.7%. So yeah, like 40% left of the position, I think, or a third, something like this, I don't know. I think, let's say, no, I put it over here, sorry. So it is like 40%, as I said, yeah? So 40% of the position is open, and it's a 3.8 RR, and now you can do the math. If you risk $100 and you make 380, and now you are 40% in risk, you can take like, I don't know, 10%, 15%, 20% and be fully de-risked, and then leave the rest for lower. Okay, this was the idea for 11.88 RR play. And here I thought we will get some exactums back into the range, use something like this as supply. Price goes up once more, and I could reshort here, trail my SL to the new invalidation, and then short it to new lows. Okay, and technically speaking, you, or not you, but I would have risked the profits from this short into the long. So let's say I make like, I don't know, 9% on this trade because I de-risk here and fully take profit here. I can take like a 5% risk setup or this accumulation with a 5% risk and still be 3% up on this idea. You know what I mean? So this here can play out, and I enter again with like a 5% risk. I made 9, and now I'm risking profits, and in the worst case I only made 3% of this idea and not like 9%, okay? Or 4%, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, this was an idea, and it's ETH, and we are within a bear market, and you can see that the price movements are very sharp. When it moves like very fast. And now, yeah, what I don't like here is that we are building these highs here, okay? We are building this liquidity here locally. Here we had some sort of a topping formation, but here I wanted really the price to go down lower, but yeah, we are building this liquidity, and I think that it will stop me out, okay? But yeah, it's just a trade. So this is on ETH. On XRP, still nothing. I want this low or this high to be taken out. But as it seems, we could go lower. And as I said, if we make our way down to this demand and we get a high probability range here, I will long this. Solana, still nothing special. I want this liquidity here to be taken out. And let's say Doge, I think, yeah, we are kind of accumulating. But yeah, how price is setting up, I want a model 1 here, okay? So what does this mean? I want something like this here. Okay. If we get it, I will hit, well, take profit would be here. Yeah. I like this, especially with this accumulation here being the starting point, fake break, and then this looks nuts. If we get it like this, this would be awesome. Yeah. We had this market structure continuation before going over the range. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, we did not manage to get the move back here on hype. And now, yeah, I want to see how this demand holds here, because below this demand there is nothing. So maybe if we keep on taking the lows, leaving the highs, we did not have a proper distribution here, I would say. So we had here a distribution, but yeah, here nah. So yeah, we are leaving all these highs, and if we keep on deviating and we bottom out in here, I think that we could get a nice range in here. Yeah, okay. 16 minutes. That's nice. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the comment on the last video. If you like this video, leave a comment again, leave a like if you want, and if you did not subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. And yeah, I appreciate your time, and I wish you the best. Stay sharp, stay grateful, have a great week. See you in the next video. Bye.